Okay, welcome to Crunch Time with Happy Carrot Cooking. I just want to go over a few simple tips and tricks for you to use your new food processor. So this will be the longest of the videos, and I'm going to have short clips that you can follow later also. So first thing is, when you get your new food processor, you want to make sure that you wash it with a solution of vinegar, soap, and water. And after you're done with that, I always keep mine on the counter because of the fact that you want to make sure that these suction cups are really stuck to the counter. The biggest problem that people can have is that when you're using it, it's going to slip. So I've done it before to learn from my mistakes, is that when you're washing the counter off, make sure it's dry and make sure that these stick properly to your surface, because if they don't, you're going to be in the middle of processing something and it's going to slip. And these are knives, so it's something that you want to think about. So that's the first thing. This is your guard right here. You can use it with or without a guard. And this is all dishwasher safe. If you'd like, I barely put it in the dishwasher because it takes up a lot of space and I don't feel like using that much. And these are all dishwasher safe. I usually just rinse them off when I'm done. It's just a vegetable, so I barely even use soap and water to do that also. So we have it properly onto our counter. And I want you to start with a bag of carrots. It's going to be the easiest thing to do. When you're using these cones, they come with different numbers. The higher the number, the bigger the blade. So your first one is going to be a grater. That's a number 1 cone. I barely remember the numbers, but if you'd like to try, this is how you're going to do it. So the grater is the smallest one. The next one is going to be, see, I have to think myself, is this shoestringer. This is the number 2. So see, it's a little bit bigger of a hole, a little bit bigger of a blade. The French fryer is just a little bit bigger, and that's number 3. And then we have our slicer, and number 5 is our waffler. So that's a good way to remember it. So get yourself a bag of carrots, and we're just going to start with carrots first. And that's going to be the easiest thing. So when you're sticking this on, I hold it kind of like this. I have my thumb on this side and my fingers like this. And I'm going to put the blade on. I'm just going to hook it in until it's not really going to click. It's just going to feel like it's firm on there. You want to make sure that it is. That's going to be, so practice a few times. You're going to take it off and put it on. And then I'm going to just take a carrot and go like this. So I'm putting my force like down, the weight of using this machine down like this, and that's how it's going to cut. If I really want, I can go like this and I can make them longer. But when you're starting out, you just go like this. I always tell people you're not going to cut yourself if you do this. It's when you put your fingers in here, that's when you're going to cut yourself. So this is going to be your guard. Always keep your fingers clear. So as you can see me doing this, is I'm holding this carrot like here, and I'm keeping my fingers up. So as I go down, I'm pushing down on it. So I'm using my weight. So you don't want to have a table this high because you want to use the weight, your own strength to push it down. And you can see I'm leaving my fingers up and kind of holding it down with my palm all the way to the stem. And then to clear it, you just want to go like this. You can get the rest out and take it off. Just give it a rinse. And it's ready to go for the next one. So I'm just going to do this, like I said, this will be the longest video, but the other ones will go into details of what vegetables there are, but I just want to show you the different cuts. This is a shoestring cut, and then I want you to practice this with a carrot. So as you can see, these are just a little bit bigger of a cut. I like the grater because I'm not a big carrot fan, so I can barely tell if I'm eating them by using the grater. The next one is this French fryer. This is the one I use most for when I cut potatoes. I cut cheeses with it. I probably use it the most of any of them. And that's going to give us a bigger cut like this. If we wanted to have more of a longer cut, this is kind of more of an advanced, I call it level 2 cutting. You know, the way I'm cutting right here, you don't want to go right away when you get your machine, but you can cut longer slivers like this, doing it sideways like that. So, and we'll go into detail with other vegetables. This one is the number 4, and it's a slicer. This is This one I probably use more than the waffle one because I'm not a very fancy person. So I know fancy people use the waffler, I do not. So this just makes a nice slice, just like that. You can use this for apples, and like I said, I'll have a lot of different videos. So you can use it for apple slices, cucumber slices, but some people like to have fancy cucumbers and they're gonna use the one that I'm using here. So this is the waffler. So this is just kind of a very small get started video with a bag of carrots. And this is gonna get you to kind of get to that level too.